You're welcome, boys and girls. Yet another session, A03, Writing for Academic and Professional Success. We were in Unit 2. We had just begun Unit 2, where we were discussing different genres of writing. Genre, as I explained to you, it's nothing but different types of academic writing with which you are familiar right from your school days. You write essays, and essay is a genre of writing, a type of writing. And in the last session, I was trying to explain to you what exactly do we mean by different genres of writing, and how is it important at this point of time when you have joined a university program to know the importance of different genres of writing. Your approach to writing while you were at school and now that you have joined a program, a degree program at the university level, you have to approach writing as a skill from a different perspective. And that is why we are concentrating on different genres of writing, how to approach different genres, and what are the significant uses of knowing more and more about writing as a skill, especially for academic success. Now, last session, I was trying to tell you how each, depending on your academic discipline or department, you are required to prepare different academic papers in different formats and using different approaches. Genres of writing include, as I told you, essays, which I explained to you, research papers, which comes part of your degree program, postgraduate program, PhD program, and postdoctoral programs, book reviews, textual analysis, literature reviews, project reports, proposals, and dissertation or thesis. And the most important, perhaps the most important genre is essays. I explained to you in the last session. It is the most commonly used genre for academic assessment. An academic essay is generally an answer to a question. That is, you have to concentrate on the instructional word, and I gave you examples of instructional words normally or usually used in questions. Now, the simplest format of an academic essay is 5-paragraph. A standard one is a 5-paragraph essay. I am just recapitulating what I was talking to you in the last session. A typical format is a 5-paragraph essay in which the first paragraph is the introductory paragraph. Second, third, and fourth are normally body paragraphs, each paragraph containing a separate idea connected with the main topic of your essay, and then followed by the 5th paragraph, that is a concluding paragraph. This is the format of an essay. This was what we were discussing in the last session. Now, today, in this particular session, we are going to talk about another genre, that is research papers and articles. Now, why research papers and articles are important as far as an academician is concerned? Now, today you see many of your teachers in the college. Now, when they come for an interview for selection to the post of an assistant professor, apart from their educational qualifications, they are also asked about how many papers they have published in international journals. Now, publication is a very important aspect of academic success nowadays, and we are going to discuss what exactly is meant by research paper and article. Now, depending on the discipline or the department or the subject which you are pursuing, in which you are pursuing your higher studies, you are required to write papers. Papers means an in-depth study of a branch of the subject which you are pursuing. Right. Now, research papers and articles, they are longer than essays. It gives detailed description on a topic through different sections like literature review, methodology, discussion, and conclusion. Research papers are written strictly following certain styles of presenting sources and presenting evidence to support the argument or the findings of the paper. So, suppose you are, I'm trying to give you an example. You are a social science student, that is, you are doing your master's program in social welfare, MSW. Now, as a part of the program, the teacher may give you an assignment. Now, write a research paper on the influence of women in controlling the expenses, the day-to-day expenses of a family. That is, budgeting of the family, the role played by the women. Women include mother, grandmother, wife, etc. Now, suppose you are making a study on this particular topic and you are asked to present a research paper. You may have to undergo many steps in order to come to a final presentation of your research paper. Now, when you write a research paper, there is a kind of a particular style which you have to adhere to. It is called documentation style. Please take a note of this word, documentation style. Now, according to the requirement of the department, according to the requirement of your research guide or supervisor, according to the instructions given by the university, the policies of the university, the documentation style which you adhere to, which you follow, differ from university to university or department to department or subjects like humanities, science, social sciences, etc. Now, styles are followed. I'm talking about documentation style while writing a research paper. Documentation style, it is followed according to the target journal. What is this target journal? Suppose you are writing a research paper and you are going to publish in a particular journal. The journal will be having a kind of a style which they follow, and which you get from the websites of the journal, and they follow a particular style. So you have to prepare your research paper to be published in that particular journal according to a format, according to a documentation style which is prescribed by the journal. This differs. Now, styles are followed according to the target journal, in which journal you are going to present your paper. Now, in documentation styles, if I tell you, there are the most popular documentation style in subjects under humanities. Now, the most popular documentation style in subjects under humanities is MLA style. MLA style. It is nothing but Modern Language Association style. The details of this style you will have some explanation about it later in the text when we deal with the other units in this particular textbook. Now, the most important one is MLA style as far as humanities subjects are concerned. MLA style stands for Modern Language Association style. In social sciences and sciences, research scholars follow what is known as APA style. APA style is American Psychological Association style. American Psychology Association style is known as APA style. These are the most popular, two most popular styles that are followed in the Indian context. Now, apart from this, other styles. Now, Chicago University follows a documentation style of its own. So, if you are preparing a research paper to be published under the Chicago University Publication Division, you may have to prepare your paper according to the style followed by the Chicago University, Chicago Manual style. And also we have other universities, other very famous universities like Oxford, Cambridge and Harvard. All these universities have their own individual documentation styles followed by them. So while the scholars prepare papers to be published by these universities, they may have to adhere to the particular style followed by these universities like Oxford, Cambridge and Harvard. In Indian universities, most popularly followed styles are MLA style, that is Modern Language Association style, and APA style, American Psychology Association style. Now, these universities, as I told you, the world famous universities, they are very strict, or they insist on following their own style in documentation. This is what I have to tell you about research papers, and maybe more details about research papers and articles we will be dealing with details in the later sessions of this particular text, that is A03. Now, next genre I would like to explain to you is what is known as proposals. Now, proposals. What are proposals? As the word suggests, a proposal is what you present to explain objectives, purpose, methodology, and detailed plan of a project you are wishing to undertake. Now, anything we do, we plan. And if there is an higher authority, we present before them a proposal. Proposal means this is the area in which I am going to make a study. The importance of this particular area, why I think this area is important. What is the methodology that is going to be adopted by me in dealing with this particular area of the subject. So a project writing is important. A proposal writing is important because a proposal is what you present to explain objective. Objective means to the aim of that particular project. Purpose. What is the purpose? Aim of making a study like that. Methodology. The modus operandi. That is the mode of operation. How do you plan to approach the topic? And detailed plan of a project you are wishing to undertake, you are planning to undertake. Example, maybe you are writing a book. You are writing a book to be published by a good publisher, a standard publisher. So before you publish or before you start writing the book, you give to your publisher a proposal. See the word proposal, proposal writing. The word proposal. You give a proposal in which you tell him about objective of writing a book like that, the purpose, methodology, and detailed plan of how you would like to structure your book. Faculty members undertake project. Apart from this, you're writing a book, and the publisher has to be convinced by giving a very good proposal. So proposal writing from academic point of view is very important. Next is faculty members undertake projects. In our college, there are plenty of assistant professors and associate professors who have undertaken projects for which they get financial assistance from funding agencies. These funding agencies do not give you financial assistance without knowing more about your project. So before submitting the project, you submit a proposal to the funding agency. Funding agencies are the UGC is a prominent funding agency, CSIR, all these institutions, they give you funds for the projects you undertake. But before that, you have to give a proposal to them. And a proposal, as I told you, should contain these items. And so, knowing how to prepare a good proposal is very essential as far as an academician is concerned. In business also, you know that. In business also, before submitting, for example, you are applying for a loan, a business loan from a bank or a financial institution. The financial institution or the bank has to be convinced that the loan which you are availing is going to be used in a very systematic way, so that the repayment of the loan will be done very regularly. In business, plan of a proposed business is prepared using the principles of proposal writing. So proposal writing is very important, because depending on the proposal, the authorities, the funding agencies, as far as academic proposals are concerned, academic projects are concerned, and as far as business loans are concerned, the bank should be convinced. So you have to prepare your proposal for the project in a systematic way, by which you will be able to avail the loan from the bank, or the publisher will be ready to publish your book once you satisfy or convince him that your book is going to be worth reading. Research scholars pursuing PhD program, they are asked to submit a proposal for applying for registration or admission. Now, proposal writing is also important after post-graduation. Usually now the minimum qualification to become a university professor, an assistant professor or associate professor, is that you should have a PhD degree, a doctoral degree. So while taking a doctoral degree, before you pursue a PhD program, you submit a proposal, that a research proposal, that is, containing all this information: why this subject, why this topic, why it is important, how are you going to approach the project, the area of your research, and how it is going to be useful to the society. All these things are considered, and only then, if they are convinced, the funding agency or the registering authority of your university, a PhD program you register in a university, so they will be convinced, so that your registration for PhD program will be accepted, your admission to PhD program. Now, why this, as I told you just now, why this proposal writing is important? Because if you write a good proposal, that means you have the ability to plan for future action, how to persuade people, convince the person concerned to accept your plan of action. Now, a good proposal will be in such a way that would be accepted by the person concerned. If it is a business proposal, the bank which is ready to fund you or to give you a loan. If it is a funding agency for an academic pursuit, the funding agency should be convinced by the proposal you write, and that is why proposal writing is important. Now, there are some common elements that are important. Some common elements of a proposal. It includes a cover letter, a title page, objectives, introduction, that is, explain the background and significance of your proposal, the background and the significance of the particular area or the particular purpose for which you are doing it. So your plan of introduction, it is explain the background and significance. Now, methodology means how you are going to go through it. Methodology, detailed plan of action of it should be included in the proposal. Detailed plan of action. Availability of resources. How are you going to find the resources for this particular project? That also should be included in the proposal. Availability of resources and financial assistance required, a kind of a budget. Now, the proposal should also include a kind of a budget, how much you are expecting to be spent on this particular while undertaking this project. These are the important things of a proposal writing, which is another genre of writing, academic writing. Next session, when we meet, we will talk about still another genre, that is case study. Now, I'll explain to you what case study is when we meet in the next session. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.